Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this hair fascinator. Trust me, it's very simple, simpler than you can ever imagine. This is what it looks like when I held it right here. Yeah, so what you need for this particular tutorial, first of all, you need crinoline. Now, this can be done in any color you feel like, but I'm using white all through because it's a bridal fascinator. We need net, we need flower, we need feathers, we need needle and thread, we need hairband, and let's just jump in very quickly. Um, what I did there was I put gum at the tip of the crinoline so it doesn't reel off. And then I'm going to be going ahead to making the bow. I could have decided to cut this crinoline, but I just was didn't want to cut it and I didn't want to risk it reeling up. So I decided to fold it this way. So just pay attention to how I folded it. I did it in the first time. I'll just turn the bottom in, push it that way, and then pick this last part. I can choose to put it inside or put it on top. So that's how it is. This crinoline is measuring 1 yard, which is 36 inches. And that's how I was able to use it to do two bows at the same time. So I'm going to pick a thread right now and I'm going to be tying it so it can be tight. When you're doing this, just make sure that everything went in, especially the beginning and the end of the bow, so one side doesn't fall off. After doing that, I'll just tie it together to just keep it strong and tight so it doesn't, loosen out and all of that. So after doing that, next thing I'm going to be doing is to attach other things to it. So first things first, I'm going to be picking the feathers. Now, when I pick the feathers, we're going to be cutting it. So now the portion I'm going to be cutting is very small, as you can see, like maybe an inch or so, but something really tiny. So this is what it looks like. I'll just fold it together like this, place it on it this way, get the second one as well, and then place it over it this way. Pick that same thread and continue to fasten it to make sure it stays put as usual. So this is what we're going to be doing right there. Just make sure that it stays properly and you just turn it around just like this. Now that I've tied it, I'm going to be picking my net, and this is what I'm going to be doing. I'll just hold it this way and then turn it around like this. So that's it. There's no hard and fast rule, but this is how I did it. So I'll just go there and cut it off. And feel free to do it however you want, but this is how I just did it. And I did it. That's just a very lazy way, but yeah, you can do the same as well. So that's about it. I'll just hold it that way. It just forms, something round, and then I'll pick this and put it on that way. I did it for the first one that way, as you can see. So this right here is the second one. After doing that, take the thread and keep turning it around again as usual. And like I said, as you are doing this, just ensure that there are no leave outs. Everything is staying inside. Now, because of the nature of the net, as you can see, it's already even, separating itself. So I'll just pick a needle and a thread and kind of attach the net that way to the crinoline so that it will stay on top of it. Don't want a situation whereby you're wearing something and it's separate. So after sewing that together, I'm going to be picking this flower right here. That flower has a stem, so I just bent it in, bring out the flowers, just adjust it however you feel like. Whatever you do right here is up to you, and we're going to be placing it on top like this. You can choose to sew it or gum it, but in this case, I chose to gum. So I picked my glue gun and pour it right there. By the time I started pouring the gum, that's when I figured that the gum I put inside is colored. Please don't be like me. Make sure you use something white, but I'd already used it. So I had to be very, very careful to make sure the color did not show because it has the capacity to mess the fascinator up if that thing is straight. So what I did was, as you can see right there, so I just bent the flower right there to cover it. I did everything in my power to make sure I covered every single portion that thing was showing. So as you can see, I just pressed it down and all of that. But basically, just gum it. Make sure that the gum is very, very hot. So that by the time you put it right there, it will stay put and it will gum very nicely. So this right here is what we have. Next thing I'm going to pick my hairband put on top of it. Position the fascinator anywhere you like, but I'm just tilted it to the side slightly. So I chose to put it right here instead of in middle. So it could be in middle, but no, I chose this other side right here. So I'll just put it on top of it that way. And then I pick my needle and thread and start sewing. This particular hairband is covered in cloth. That's why it's easy for me to sew it on top. So I'll just sew it to the cloth area. You can gum, but I personally prefer to sew hairbands because I just don't want it to fall off. So I'll just sew it like that. Make sure it is very tight and do that as many times as possible. The idea is just to make sure it is strong and it stays put. So after doing that, I just cut it off, and this right here is what it looks like. This right here can be worn to a civil wedding or by a bridal train, or however you want to style it. You can actually wear this. This is basically what it looks like. You can do it in any other color of your choice. Thanks so much for watching my video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.